Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to be doing a two-part video, one dark side, one light side roster review, basically going in-depth modding, what I use certain factions for, and this and that. So, and why I have certain relics at what relic level. And here's just general overview of my dark side. I love dark side way more than light side. I've always preferred it. I think the characters are way more fun to use, and so I'm very dark side heavy, as you can easily see here. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with going down the list with bounty hunters. I use these guys for Nightsister counter, and if they don't have Nightsisters on defense, they actually can beat a lot of things for 60 banners, between 58 and 60. Very well developed bounty hunters. So I modded them for specific turn order. So I have Bosk going first. I have modded for speed and tenacity with a decent amount of protection. So I have him modded for 311, and then I have Zam goes next at 310. And the reason for this is because Bosk will taunt, and then when a special is used, he gets another turn. So Zam gives Bosk 2 turns right off the bat, and then Django is modded at 309, which then gives Bosk another turn. And I have him modded for crit damage as well as potency and some pretty good offense. And so he's still going to hit quite hard. And then followed by Django is Boba Fett. I have him modded for speed. As you can see, I don't have a complete set, but that's because I wanted to have offense here, and then crit damage here as well as a speed set. But he's at 308. This is how I got him. Pretty fast, does a lot of damage as well. This team just obliterates every Nightsister team there is. Of course, I've him modded for a lot of crit chance, and the reason why you want him modded for crit chance is because, I mean, if you want to read his kit, there's reasons for crit chance. I started doing Django lead, and then some people in my Discord server recommended Bosk lead, and I did not have the Zeta. I am so thankful for them because Bosk lead is much better versus Nightsisters than Django lead. I had Cad Bane at gear 12 for a long time. This was before I took Zam up, and I had Greedo and IG-88 earlier before Django and Bosk were put into the game. So Empire characters, obviously I have Palpatine, Relic 7 because I have SL Kylo. Darth Vader, I have Relic 5 because I used Sith ships to counter Negotiator when it was 5 stars when it first came out. I didn't have Negotiator or Malevolence, and so Sith fleet actually counters them and still does, but does not work versus a 7-star Negotiator. So please don't use it versus that. It's too much damage and too fast. And so that's why I have that. And I'm actually very glad I have a Relic 5 Vader because it comes in clutch in Grand Arena. He does a lot of damage. I have him modded for crit chance and crit damage. Decent on the speeds, not too terrible, but he goes fast anyways because he's with a lot of Sith. And I have some potency on this for the extra dots. But that is why I have a Relic 5 Vader, as well as he is a beast of an icon character. I really hope they do a GL Vader. I mean, I hate Galactic Legends in general just because the farming is stupid as heck. But if they're going to do any 2 Galactic Legends, they better stinking do Vader and Luke. So that's all I got to say. Thrawn, I brought him to gear 13 just for the extra speed. I have him at 300. I couldn't complete a full set, or the second set. I wanted protection here, and then this was just a fast mod to have him here. But yeah, that's why I have him. Palpatine, I have a complete set, speed and potency with offense, potency, and then protection here, which puts him at, I mean, even Relic 7, he's so squishy. It's pretty crazy how squishy this guy is. But a lot of potency, some good damage. Imagine, I can't, wow, an actual offense set would be insane on him. So, because he's already at 11.5 with speed and potency, so I can't even imagine that. I used to use Moff Tarkin and TIE Pilot in my Palpatine team, but Sith Assassin and Dooku have taken their place. First Order, obviously, they're all at these exact relic levels for my Supreme Leader. There's no really other explanation for it. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, I have him on for offense and health. First Order Discord server this is what they recommend. Offense here, crit damage, offense and health with a offense and health set. So that is what I'm running. He has 121,000 health, only 97 speed, but that's all right. And then a lot of offense. So crew, I have modded for a mixture between health and protection with some decent speed. He is at 97 and 73, which is very tanky. I like it this way. I used to run him full health, but I like this mixture a little bit more than what I had him before. Hux, I have pretty fast. I have him at 151 additional speed, so 312. Pretty tanky as well. He's got natural high base tenacity, which is very fortunate at a lot of cases because you want him to get that advantage. So if he gets like shocked or anything or buff immunity, that's unfortunate. So it's good that he has high tenacity. I also gave him a health set in addition. Kylo Ren additional. I just had him modded for some speed and additional health. Crit damage because his lash out scales off crit damage. Other than that, nothing special. Sith Trooper, I have him modded for crit damage and crit chance. I'm tempted to switch over to an offense set instead of crit damage, but for now I have a crit damage and crit chance with the classic normal stuff you should have. First Order Officer, I have him modded for health and defense. 2 defense sets and a health set with a huge focus on protection. And he has, I guess, 10 tenacity, but protection here all the way around. That's what I like to focus on, just straight protection. So, yeah. I'm not going to go over really the rest. I guess I'll go over Fu because he's important. I don't have a second complete set, but I have him running at 305 speed. I guess decently healthy. 10k additional on both health and protection. And I have a little bit of potency on him for that turn meter reduction on his second special. So that's what I have here. The rest of the First Order, I'm not really going to go over. I guess maybe I'm just going to give you a glimpse of Fox, just health and crit damage. Geonosians, I have Geonosian Brood Alpha at Gear 13, Relic 3 for obvious reasons. He's 2 characters in 1. Spy, I could not complete the second set, but I have a crit damage, and then I wanted an offense here, so I still need to slice this for a 6E offense, or just find a better crit chance one. And then, but I have him modded for 90 speed, 72% crit damage with 6.5k HP. People who have faced it against me in GAC said their spy or my spy one-shots characters, so it's doing work anyways. Sunfac, I have Relic 3 because I'm running Malevolence in Fleet Arena, and having a healthy Sunfac is very important for that. Nightsisters are an amazing faction, very overlooked, overshadowed. I think all 5 of these Gear 13s are extremely important. I did have Talia for a while before I farmed Nightsisters Spirit. That's why you're seeing Gear 12. And so I have offense and health on Talzin. She's at 89 speed, not terribly fast, but she has a crit damage triangle, some potency built in as well, and then a lot of offense. She's at 10.6. So Ventress, I have a crit damage set. I did not complete the second set because I wanted an offense on this square, but I have her at 106 additional speed. Not very tanky, but does a lot of damage with 72% crit damage additional, and then some good offense. So Daka is pure health. No other reason for it. I could do a health primary on this if I found a better primary stat. If I found a better secondary speed on a health primary stat, but for the moment I'm just running pure HP. And she is at 121,000 health, but nothing too crazy. Spirit I have modded for speed and HP. I find that having her pretty fast out the gate is actually very beneficial. She hits crazy hard. And I'm thinking I could possibly put this set on somebody different, but for now I have her modded for speed and health. I might mod her for crit damage and offense later on if I need to take this speed set elsewhere. And then Zombie, didn't have a second set, but I have her decently healthy and decently fast. So the Separatist faction is pretty big. I'm gonna go over my Grievous droids for a sec. So Grievous, I mean, it's pretty obvious, just HP everywhere, but I have a crit damage triangle, and the rest is health. But he's a pretty tanky boy, does a lot of damage. I love my Grievous and the team as well. B1, I have speed and potency on him. So extra protection is useless, but 126 speed, lots of potency, and then lots of damage as well. B2 Super Battle Droid, I have modded for defense, potency, and tenacity, all three. And then I have him pretty healthy. Speed is pretty much irrelevant on this character, but the goal you want is to have over 100% potency and tenacity. I have over 110% both, which is very good. And then that doesn't really matter, but I have good armor, and then I have crit avoidance arrow. That's probably something I would highly suggest for everybody. It's very beneficial to have this, and I love having a huge tenacity percentage boost on this triangle as well. DDK, I still rock the 0 speed DDK. In my opinion, both are perfectly acceptable. You can have them very fast or very slow. Some say very slow is outdated and doesn't work, but in territory battles, and I've used it in territory war and offense, I've done AI, it still works amazing. It stacks up so much offense on the charges when you don't take as many turns, and so I still find it to be very useful. High offense, pretty decent tenacity to try to resist some ability blocks and stuns, but that offense is what I'm looking for. Magna Guard, I have a crit avoidance arrow as well, and then protection on these three. I'm trying to find some more protection and defense stuff, but this is how I have him modded for now. He's pretty tanky. He's relic 3. Speed isn't too relevant on him, but pretty much he's just a tanky guy with some crit avoidance. Watt, of course, cannot forget the boy. I have him modded for speed and tenacity. Mine is only 5 stars, almost 6, but we're getting there. I have him modded decently fast, not the fastest. He will get a faster set once I get him to gear 13, but for the meantime, this is how I have him modded. Now, Sith are my pride and joy. Before gear 13 was implemented, I had them all at gear 12, and so I had them quote-unquote maxed. But now I have 2 more that I still need to do. As you can see on the bottom, they're the worst 2 Sith, but eventually I will do them. It's just, there's way better things to do with my roster at the current moment. But Malik, I have modded for protection and speed, as you can see here. He's pretty fast, not very much tenacity. I know a lot of people like to rock tenacity on this guy, but I like having him fast so I can clear the taunt. He's 1 speed faster than my Basilisk Shan, and that's the whole purpose of that, is to have him clear any taunt so I can put fear on anybody I want with Bastila. Darth Revan, I don't have him exceptionally fast. I like running my Bastila Shan Fallen with my fastest mods, as in my opinion it provides more control on the battlefield, because the AI will always do Insanity first. If my opponent's Darth Revan's faster, all I do is plop in pre-taunt, and it's a wasted ability. I mean, it's not wasted, but still, I find Bastila Shan Fallen faster is more important. Traya I have modded for speed and tenacity with as much HP as I can provide her. And then, yeah, just the tenacity and speed, and then a decent amount of offense. It's not crazy, but it's something. Like I said, Bastila Shan, I can't complete the set. That's because I have a 25 speed here and a 22 here. I'm not going to break this up for a different mod. So I'm running her at 314 speed. As you can see, she is 1 speed slower than Darth Malak. That's how I like to run it. Her special offense isn't crazy. I didn't go for that on purpose. My main goal was just speed. Scion, I only have a speed set, but I needed fast triangle with health and a fast cross with health. So that's where I go with him. I have him at 135 additional speed, lots of HP, and some decent tenacity. Not the best, but that's all right. Next is Sith Marauder. I have him modded for crit damage and crit chance, and it's okay speed, but that's not the priority here. It's mainly just the crit damage, crit chance, and damage. He will still one-shot any character, so I don't really have to exceed this any more than it already is. In a Darth Revan team, he still one-shots Relic 7 Malak, so that's all I need. Sith Assassin. So I use Assassin to take out Nest with my Palpatine. Nest causes 0 troubles for me because she goes right underneath the protection, so her stacking protection is useless against my Assassin. And even if the tenacity on Nest is super high when I can't land a stun, I just fracture the girl and Nest still goes right underneath the protection. So that's why I have Relic 5 Assassin, as well as this is part of my Sith fleet that I used. I relicked her up with Vader to counter Negotiator. But it's, in the long run, it's worked out perfectly well for the Nest counter. Nihilus I have modded for speed and health. Having him modded a specific way isn't crazy important because he gains so much turn meter when Nihilus and Trey are debuffed, so it's not like crucial to have him modded a certain way. That's just how I have him modded. Maul, I like my Maul. Not crazy, but yeah, nothing insane. Dooku, I have him modded decently fast, almost 300 speed, not very healthy, but I have a crit damage triangle and a potency cross, so slap that potency with Palpatine and he'll be stunning a lot of people. Hopefully those, almost 200% tenacity nests. Sith Trooper, I have him modded for speed and protection. The reason for this is because I have him modded for protection all the way around. And I didn't want him to be too slow, so I slapped on a speed set in the meantime. So he's at plus 80 with a lot of health and protection to go along with that. Last but not least, HK's Last Man Standing. I have him modded for offense and HP, but not very fast, but still will hit pretty hard. And if you've made it this far in the video, Light Side will be out later. I will be doing that as well. Stay tuned.